Crack-a-lackin' Challenger. I'm your host, James Morelan. Today we are set up, ready to make an awesome DIY, and this DIY is actually a DIY Christmas tree for your aquarium. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I've wanted to do this actually for a couple months. My brother introduced me to the idea and he's like, oh, you should make a Christmas tree for the holidays. So yeah, and being in mind, there are many different holidays that you can like follow or you don't have to follow, so I'm not really pushing any holiday on you, but I'm just going to be making this for Christmas. So with all of that being said, let's get started. Alright, so I have the 3 ingredients for this. Actually, I need to get a 4th ingredient. Alright, so the 4 things that we need for this are moss, and this is pretty important. It's a pretty important part for this DIY, and I got this moss from H2O Plants, actually with a monthly plant pack, and you can actually check that out down below. Use the code Challenger20 for 20% off your order. So yeah, it's Xmas moss, ironically, and it's a pretty nice big bag, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. And also, I have a wooden dowel. Now this little dowel I got at Michael's or something, and this thing's just pretty bendable, so yeah. Apparently it breaks pretty easy as well. I guess that's kind of what we're going for. The next thing you'll need is some sort of stone. I just have some lava rock and also some super glue. Now for this build, I'm actually going to be using the super glue for the aquarium. Some super glues can actually be toxic for your aquarium, so make sure when you're reading the back of the super glue, make sure it says non-toxic. I'll try leaving some links for super glue that's non-toxic and aquarium safe in the description. Also, you'll probably want a scissors. Alright. So let's get started. So what I'm thinking about doing is just having a stick and then having some side pieces and then having moss on those. I guess that's what I'll do. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, let's first start by opening this bag of Java moss. Or it's not even Java moss, it's Xmas moss. I hope I remember that. Alright, yo, this is really luscious. Oh my gosh, this is a lot. Yo, look at how, oh my gosh. So, for those of you guys that do not know, moss is kind of a hard thing to grow in aquariums. Or it's not hard, it just takes a long time. And some people grow it immersed, which is out of the water, and then put in the aquarium, and that can actually shrivel it back. So I don't know if this was immersed or grown inside a tank. I'll have to email Justin or something. So yeah. So we're going to start with the rock base. And I'm actually going to super glue one of the sticks into the rock base just so it will sink. And it'll stay upright. I'm going to start by getting a dab of super glue, putting it on the end, and then putting that into the lava rock. Now this way, when we put it into the aquarium, it'll sink and go to the bottom, and it'll stay there upright, and yeah. Alright, after this, I'm just going to get some pieces and try getting them equal sizes, just so we'll have some that go off of the main tree or branch. And that way we can actually attach moss to it, so it's kind of like a Christmas tree. And I got some really thin balsa wood, so it's not really hard to take off and stuff. Alright, so here's my handful. And I'm going to start super gluing it on. This is a lot of moss. I'm actually just going to throw some into my tank right now. I really like Java moss, but again, as I said, it takes a long time to grow it. I keep saying Java moss, it's Xmas moss, oh my gosh. So let's get started. So I'm going to just put a little dab on the piece of wood. And then attach it to this piece of wood. So it shouldn't take a long time to bond. It should be basically quick. It's a fast drying super glue. I'm just going to do this for each piece. And you guys, I'm thinking about doing like every week we have one DIY. If you want to see that, comment that down below. I love doing some DIYs. They're pretty fun. I didn't watch any videos and I did not look this up, so I don't really know any tactics for it. I'm just going to be going. I played it all out in my head and hopefully that'll work. Alright, so I'm done with the whole skeleton of the tree and it kind of actually looks like a Christmas tree. That's actually kind of funny. And here's the look of it. I think it looks pretty cool. So there's no moss on it yet. And how I'm going to be doing the moss is some people just tie string around moss. But in this case, I'm just going to be super gluing on moss because I think it's easier and faster. So let's get started by, I guess, just putting some moss on it. So I'm going to make it a little bit thicker at the base. I'm actually going to put in a little bit of a support for this Christmas tree. And if you guys actually try this, please take a photo of this and tag me on Instagram at challenge.thewild, and I will be sure to like it and maybe repost it. I usually tend to do that with DIY. Kind of like that winescape I just did. So I actually kind of want this to grow, and maybe on the 25th we can do an update on this. Oh my goodness. So this is what it looks like right now. It's the first layer. It's the first layer so far. So let's keep going and add on the next layer. So I gotta be honest, H2O Plants was the plug for having this much moss in their plant pack. That's pretty awesome. The only thing is, hopefully it all stays on when I put it into the aquarium. I'm trying to fan it out so it's even. I might need to re-put in the Christmas tree because it looks like it's starting to fall. Oh no, I accidentally broke off the Christmas tree, but that's what it looks like. It looks pretty cool. I just need to put it back into the lava rock because I guess it wasn't secure. Alright, I'm just gonna hold it here while it settles. Alright, so I think it's good for now. I'm just gonna keep putting moss onto it, and I think once I put it into the aquarium, it should stay still. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be really delicate with it and make sure I don't knock it over. Oh no. Alright, we're so close, but the wood keeps falling off the lava rock. I'm just gonna add on some last pieces. So it's kinda like fuller, or so the tree looks more dense. Now I guess one thing that you want to have is a sense of it getting bigger at the base and bushier, so you might want to have more moss there and it angling itself down. And I think I did it. That might have just been it. I'm gonna roll up the sleeves so I can actually put my hand in the aquarium. So let's go over to what tank should I put this in? Oh, let's put it in my 10-gallon nano tank. Alright, let's get set up over there. Alright guys, so I still haven't cleaned up the glass mess over here. I've kind of been avoiding doing that, but I should probably do that soon. So this is what the little Christmas tree looks like. It's actually kind of cute. I'm gonna take the lid off. I always hate taking lids off on this tank because it's like a glass panel that can easily be broken. Alright, so let's go with the tree. Some moss probably will fall off and float away. Alright, it's a good attempt. I think if I would have gotten a better base, it would have been easier to put all the moss on, but yeah. So that's what the Christmas tree looks like. It's a little brown, that's just because that moss was probably not covered with light, but it kind of looks like a tree. Maybe if you squint your eyes a little bit. Alright you guys, I will catch you on the flippity flop. That was I'm actually kind of annoyed because like my fingers are all super gluey. So yeah, I will catch you on the flippity flop. Make sure you check out H2O Plants down below and use the code Challenger20, as well as check out Wild Pet Supply. I will see you all on the flippity flop. Catch ya, bye.